Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and today I am here to talk to you about A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and I am so excited to talk about this book with you guys today. I'm so ready. So, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab is this really high fantasy adult novel that I really enjoyed. It takes place in an alternate universe, kind of, where there are 4 different Londons. So there's Grey London, which has no magic, Red London, which thrives on magic, Black London, which no one talks about anymore because magic basically like doomed it, and White London, in which magic is used to control other people. Kel is an Antari, so he can travel between all the Londons. The rulers of each London know about all the other systems of London, so they write correspondences to each other to make sure that everyone's country is being ruled correctly and safely and stuff like that. So Kel's job is for Red London. His job is to bring correspondence from Red London to White and Grey London. Now Black London, no one talks about anymore because it was so heavily taken over by magic that no one really wants to think back on it. It's so dangerous. Every relic from there has been destroyed because they can't trust any of it anymore. And then one day, as Kel is about to take a correspondence back to Red London, a lady comes up to him in White London and hands him this object and says, "I need you to take this to someone in Red London for me." And as he's about to protest, he turns around and she's already gone. So now he's stuck with this object that he realizes is from Black London. And it is his mission now to get it back there. And it's so much adventure and action ensues, and it is so good. This plot is fan-freaking-tastic. But I'm gonna chill out and we're gonna talk about the writing style for just a quick minute. I was really impressed with V.E. Schwab's writing. She also writes YA books under the name Victoria Schwab. You may recognize This Savage Song and This Dark Duet, which are her 2 most popular young adult books. But I have only so far read her adult books, and I was really impressed with her writing. Everything flowed really well. The pacing was almost perfect on point. The first 75 pages were just a little bit slow, but it was interesting enough that it still kept you interested and intrigued as a reader, which I appreciated. So you still got the exposition without being immediately thrown into the world, which was fantastic. One of my favorite aspects of this book was the magic system established by V.E. Victoria Schwab. It was so different from any other magic system I had ever read about in a book, so I was really fascinated by it, that not everyone has magic, and it kind of explored how magic might affect other different worlds, and it made it plausible as a reader to think of it as we could be in this alternate universe where we are just part of the gray of our country, and there's a red of our country that's ruled with magic and happiness and stuff like that, and there's a white of our country that's overpowered by magic, and there's a black of our country that was so doomed by magic. It's a very interesting concept, and it makes you kind of think as a reader about, obviously it's fiction, but it was so interesting to think, wouldn't it be cool if that was how it actually was? It was very unique. One thing I really liked about the magic is actually Kel's coat, which sounds weird, but hear me out. It's a coat with more than 2 sides. So he can flip it to one side and he'll blend in with Grey London, and flip it to another side and he'll blend in with Red London, and then another side and he'll blend in with White London. So it was very interesting how he didn't actually need to change all of his clothes, he just needed to flip his coat the correct way. It was a very weird concept, but it worked. And it was, the whole book starts with Kel wore a very interesting coat, I think was the first sentence. So immediately from that you're like, what makes a coat that interesting? It has more than 2 sides. It was fantastic. It was so clever. The characters in this book were so amazing. Kel is obviously my favorite. Kel is everyone's favorite. Who doesn't love Kel? He's funny, he's witty, he's extraordinarily overprotective of everyone, and kind of rebellious in a good way. So he's very hero, he's not any sort of anti-hero at all whatsoever, but he's a rebellious hero, if that makes sense. So he didn't have any really negative qualities about him, but he kind of just did what he wanted and had other people deal with it. It was really cool. I love his magic system. As I talked about, the magic system in this world is absolutely fantastic. And I love Kel's ability to control all the different elements. So he can control water, earth,
fire, air.
It reminded me of Avatar, which sounds super duper nerdy, but I felt like I was reading Avatar the book. It was pretty rad. I really liked Kel a lot. He was so soft and pure, and this whole book is very heavy, kind of from beginning to end. Not quite up there with Six of Crows, but definitely a heavier book. It's called A Darker Shade of Magic, for goodness sakes. Like, it's not going to be a lighthearted read. But Kel kind of picked it up a little bit, made it a little more fun. He's very literal, not super sarcastic, but he was awesome. I loved him a lot. I thought he was written very, very well, and I loved reading from his perspective. I was so blown away by it. It was awesome. The next character, my other favorite, is Lila Bard. Oh my goodness, Lila is so cool. So Lila is from Grey London, so she lives in this world with no magic, and she is a thief. She's a thief who dresses up like a man who wants to be a pirate. She is like literally the most amazing thing. Lila longs for adventure in the way any good heroine would, and when she meets Kel, she gets her opportunity to go to all these different Londons, and she just falls in love with the magic of the world. And someone tells her, I can't remember who it is, but someone tells her in the book that she has the potential for magic too. So I'm excited to see how that is explored in the next 2 books that I have not read yet. I think she might have some sort of Antari magic in her, and I would quite like to see that. Lila is a little bit bloodthirsty, so it might be kind of intense if she does end up having magic in the next 2 books, but I think it'll be a good contrast to Kel. They are very opposite but very complementary, so they work very well together. I really like their dynamic. I do think they will have a relationship in the later books, but I'm not sure yet. I guess I will have to read and find out. I think they would be good together. I can see that happening. The last character I wanted to talk about is Ree Marish, the Prince of Red London. Ree was so fantastic. I really, really liked him. He loves Kel with his whole heart. Cause I mean, they're brothers, like they grew up together, and Ree never really knew anything besides Kel. So he has a really hard time with Kel wanting to smuggle objects out of other Londons, which is definitely illegal and not allowed. I think Ree is gonna be more featured in the next 2 books. I might be completely wrong. But from what I have gathered about the series, that is true, and I am very excited for it. I think he was not in this one enough, and I really liked Ree. I really liked him a lot. Okay, it's time for my favorite part of the review. Final fangirl thoughts. Like, I do not actually have a lot of final fangirl thoughts for this book, because even though I loved it, I didn't feel like fangirly towards it, if that makes any sense at all. But I have a few. One of them is my love for Lila. Oh my goodness, she is literally the heroine I never knew I needed in my life, and I absolutely adore her. I think she's so intense and amazing and fantastic. She reminds me a little bit of Lana in And I Darken, but different and better. I actually liked her more than I liked Lana, which is hard because I really liked Lana a lot, but Lila was so fantastically written and so unique and different as a heroine, and I loved her so much. Also, I really liked Kel. He was really adorable. He reminded me, I think I'm not the only person to think this actually, every time I was reading from Kel, I was thinking of Eddie Redmayne in Fantastic Beasts, because like that's how he's described, which made me love Kel even more, because like who didn't love Eddie Redmayne in Fantastic Beasts? No one. So I really liked Kel a lot. The magic system was so cool in this book, and actually, okay, this is probably bad because I know they're evil, but I really liked the twins who ruled White London, because like, they were so bad, but they were so unapologetically bad. I was like, nice, go you villains who don't have like a tragic backstory to be a villain and are just evil because you're evil. I thought it was so interesting and not normal, if that makes sense. I really, really liked them. My overall star rating for this book has to be 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would have given it 5 stars, but the pacing in the beginning was just a teeny bit too slow. Just for my taste, I was expecting it to be very waha, like right from the beginning, but it wasn't quite there, and that's totally fine. It was just the first like 50-75 pages, so it was easy to get through, no problem at all. Yeah, 4.5 out of 5 stars. I was very, very impressed with this book, and I'm very, very excited to read the next 2. Yay! Alright guys, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. I like to know that you liked my video. It makes me so happy. Go ahead and comment below if you've read A Darker Shade of Magic, but no spoilers on the next 2 because I haven't read them yet and I don't want any spoilers at all. But let's talk about the first book because I really liked it. If you want to subscribe to our channel and see more videos like this one, there is a button right next to my face. Go ahead and click on that so you can get notifications every time we post. So go ahead and share us with your friends if you think they would like us. We would love to have them come join us and fangirl with us. It will be so much fun. Go ahead and watch our last video right down here if you haven't already. Make sure to give that a thumbs up, comment, all that great stuff. Until next time, I'm Audrey, and keep on reading. Waha!